come with me. I'm just on my way out the farm. I want to show you a nice colt. Okay, this is an American Pharoah Rosa man colt that I purchased in Sydney at the Classic Sale, and look, he was only a little fella, and you know, his rump was up really high and his middle was down low, and he was sort of out of balance a bit, but he's levelled out now and he's really growing the way I want him to, and I'm quite happy with him now. And he's only a couple of weeks off going to the breakers, but as you can see now, he certainly doesn't look like when we bought him. He was very immature when I bought him, but he looks great now. So there he is, American Pharoah Rosa man colt.
Hi Mark, this American Pharoah colt out of Rose of Man. Gee, looks an absolute cracker, and he's got an outstanding pedigree.
He has got an outstanding pedigree, and he's out of a Denman mare that won 7 races and 242,000, and she's out of a Danehill mare who had 9 foals to race with 8 winners. And back in the family then you've got a champion, a 3-year-old in Germany and Italy, who won up to 2,400 metres, and then you go back to a top European 3-year-old filly. So look, his breeding is just excellent, and he's really good value and should sort of, you know, run along a little bit as a 3-year-old, and you know, just get better as we go from there.
As you've given him that time, and now that he's grown a bit, like, you know, he's now a real valuable commodity, and you look at those, go back through those lines, and you see those champions in his pedigree. Like, you're talking about horses such as Morsti, who was, you know, that champion 3-year-old in Germany and Italy in 2001, who won numerous Group 1 races and derbies everywhere. And, you know, he's closely related to the likes of, you know, Habiti, who we know well, being, you know, a 3-year-old champion in Europe, and also, you know, she was the top filly in Ireland back in 1982 as a 2-year-old. So there's nothing to suggest either that, you know, this horse won't be a handy 2-year-old and an early goer.
Well, that's right. Now that he's grown and sort of come to hand, I expect that he would sort of, you know, we will be aiming him at the classic races and certainly the derbies.
Yeah, you have a look at him too. Like, you know, Mum, she was a sprinter, so that's going to put a bit of sprint and dash into his pedigree for sure. And with that, cross with American Pharoah, you know, like he looks like he's a complete package.
Yeah, and look, the family works here too. If you go back down the bottom, that you know, you've got the St Clair 8 Carat family, which is the dam of Octagonal and Diamond Lover, Capstad and Moorwad. So, you know, the family actually works in Australia as well.
And you're keeping a share?
I'm certainly keeping a share in this one. I think he's going to be a lovely colt.
Outstanding. Thanks, Mark. Just contact us to get involved.